Sports Stars Magazine here. Aliyahna, Puff Morris, Etiwanda, 2 down in a streak of 7 games in 11 days. Obviously, phenomenal performance, especially in the second half for you and the group here against a very gritty Fairmont Prep team. Obviously, we know another one to take care of in the baseline league against Upland, and then on a trip back east for an opportunity to end the longest winning streak in girls basketball high school history for Incarnate Word Academy at the Hoophall Classic on Monday. How does this group just stay present in the moment, Puff, right? Because it's like everybody wants to talk about, this big, and it's like, hey, we had to go through Rancho, we got to go through Fairmont Prep and Upland before we even get on a plane. So how is this group really just kind of taking it, possession by possession, quarter by quarter, half by half, game by game?
Yeah, just focusing on the team we have in front of us and not necessarily thinking about the team ahead of us. I think we struggled with that at the beginning of the season, thinking too far ahead and not worried about the opponent in front of us, and we took a few losses just because of that. So I think the biggest thing for us now has just been focusing on the things in front of us, or the game of today, not tomorrow's game. But I think we're doing pretty well now. Hopefully we can carry this momentum into Boston and up in tomorrow.
How encouraged were you about the third quarter? Because I know there's a standard of play at Etiwanda, and I'm sure it didn't even take Stan or any of the coaches to say a word. I'm sure the group probably looked at each other after the first half and was like, that's not our standard. So how encouraged were you about the second half and especially the third quarter?
Yeah, absolutely. I was really waiting for halftime to come because I knew I do prefer having two good first quarters. So I knew once the third quarter hit, we would snap out of it. And I'm just pretty proud of the team and the way we can change our momentum that quick, because I know the first 2 quarters is not something that we're proud of, but it's something that happened, so we have to move on from there. I think the biggest thing for us is just having short-term memory and not worrying about what happened before, but worrying about what's going to happen next.
I know how well conditioned this team is, and like you said, it's you can only control that day and the opponent that's in front of you, but just never mind traveling across the country. Just playing any 7 teams anywhere in America in a span of 11 days. But it just seems like Etiwanda is built for this. Not everybody mentally, emotionally, physically is built for this. God bless the fact that Grace, wasn't on the bench very long there in the first quarter, obviously after what she's had to recently go through. But just can you just kind of talk about the mental toughness and the emotional maturity that it takes for a group to even take on a schedule like this, whether it involves going to Massachusetts or not?
Yeah, our preparation is very big for us. The first 2 months of school, we don't even take the basketball court. Everything is outside or in the weight room. So we prepare for seasons like this or games in a row. This is something we practice all the time, not something that we're not used to. I know we have new transfers, but they get the gist of it pretty quick. But our preparation is the biggest thing. For the first 2 months, we don't do anything inside the basketball game. Everything is running. So our preparation, that's what prepares us for these type of moments.
Obviously, this group is used to the national stage, whether it's been Texas or Massachusetts, or Arizona or anywhere else. But obviously, this particular trip to Hoophall, like I said, early in our conversation, carries a little bit more significance. Just the fact that the way the fate and destiny and schedules line up, that you could be that group. You just have the privilege and the platform to be that group. How meaningful is that for you, especially when it's the birthplace of basketball?
Yeah, it's very important to me, especially at the start of the season we've had. I think this is another great opportunity for us to beat another ranked team or a good team. I know we struggled in the beginning. We had our first national win against Sidwell, so hopefully we can just carry that momentum to Boston.
I don't even, because obviously the numbers are so mind-boggling, but it's so quirky at the fact that as we're having this conversation right now, Etiwanda has won 141 consecutive baseline league games at the same time that Incarnate Word has won 141 consecutive games. The fact that those 2 numbers line up, obviously you hope it's 142 tomorrow, and you hope it's not 142 for them on Monday. But just how bizarre is that? That just in all this space and time, that those 2 numbers are so parallel.
Yeah, I think it's a great matchup just off the rip. But I know the generations before us, they've carried that program very well, and we just hope we can continue the legacy.
Awesome. Best of luck tomorrow against Upland. Safe travels to Massachusetts. Look forward to you ladies putting on a show.
Yeah, thank you so much.